Are you feeling overwhelmed by hormonal changes? I know Cyndi was, and if you're a woman, you're definitely not alone. There are more than 1,000 hormone disruptors living rent-free in our environment right now, found in our food, water, and even in our skincare products. These disruptors can wreak havoc on our hormones. Believe me, before Hormone Harmony, I watched Cyndi suffer. Not anymore. Hormone Harmony's formula, made only with herbal ingredients, have reduced Cyndi's hormonal symptoms, and it helps women of all ages. Then there are the natural hormonal changes our bodies face, such as menopause. While these processes are part of life, they don't have to be uncomfortable. The good news is that you don't have to suffer through it any longer. Hormone Harmony contains science-backed herbal extracts known as adaptogens, designed to help the body cope with stressors, including those chaotic hormonal fluctuations that can disrupt your daily life. Whether it's PMS symptoms like irritability and cravings, or menopause symptoms such as hot flashes and night sweats, Hormone Harmony can help with it all. Happy Mammoth, the creator of Hormone Harmony, is dedicated to improving women's lives by using only high-quality science-backed ingredients. They make no compromises on quality, ensuring that you receive the best support possible. This isn't just a supplement, it has become a phenomenon. Women are talking about it everywhere, with a bottle of Hormone Harmony sold every 24 seconds. And the most important benefit, women express feeling like themselves again. A sentiment echoed in over 30,000 positive reviews. For a limited time, you can get 15% off your entire first order at happymammoth.com. Just use the code RLRC at checkout. That's happymammoth.com. Don't forget to use the code RLRC for 15% off today. Are you ready to optimize your nutrition this year? Look no further than Factor. Factor offers chef-made gourmet meals that are dietitian approved and can be heated and enjoyed in just 2 minutes. Perfect for fueling your body and feeling great, no matter what life throws your way. Factor makes it easy to eat well and stick to your nutritional goals. Factor delivers fresh, fully prepared meals right to your doorstep, making it ideal for anyone with an active, busy lifestyle like my family. Are you looking to shed a few pounds? With Factor, you can lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with Factor Keto meals. This is based on a randomized controlled clinical trial with Factor Keto, although results will vary depending on individual diet and exercise. With 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week, it's simple to find meals tailored to your specific goals. You can choose preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or Keto, ensuring there's something for everyone. Factor helps me feel my best all day long, and it can help you too. Factor offers wholesome smoothies, delicious breakfasts, grab-and-go snacks, and so much more. Their variety makes it easy to stick to your nutrition goals without feeling deprived. Factor takes the stress out of meal planning and helps my family stay on track with our health goals, making healthy eating not just achievable, but enjoyable. Recently, I had Factor's mushroom chicken thighs and wild rice. Imagine tender, juicy chicken thighs, perfectly seared and sauteed to golden perfection. Factor's mushroom chicken thighs and wild rice dish brings together rich, earthy flavors that will satisfy your cravings and leave your taste buds dancing with delight. This gourmet meal features succulent chicken thighs paired with a savory mushroom sauce that's bursting with goodness. It's complemented by a hearty serving of fluffy wild rice, expertly seasoned to enhance the flavors of chicken. Each bite is a harmonious blend of textures, tender meat, creamy mushrooms, and wholesome grains. Ready in just 2 minutes, this dish is not only easy to prepare, but also nourishing, providing you with the fuel you need to tackle your day. Whether you're a busy professional, a parent on the go, or just someone who appreciates a home-cooked meal without the hassle, Factor guarantees convenience and taste. So why wait? Treat yourself to a culinary delight with Factor's mushroom chicken thighs and wild rice, the perfect balance of flavor, nutrition, and simplicity. Eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/RLRC50 off and use code RLRC50 off to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code RLRC50 off at factormeals.com/RLRC50 off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. everybody, and welcome to this episode of True Crime Time for Tuesday, February 4th, 2025. And I'm Woody Overton.
I'm Cyndi Overton.
And I know the date for this one.
And happy birthday, Eve.
Right? About to turn. I crossed the hill, but about to start gaining some momentum going down.
No.
I'm talking about,
No, because Miranda Lawrence, she's going to turn your age around. We're going to do what all those Hollywood stars are doing to rejuvenate their life.
Flourish, wellness, and hormone replacement. Y'all, look, Miranda takes care of us. Dr. Miranda takes care of us, and she's been a friend of ours for years. Look them up on Facebook. If you're in the LP, she actually has clinics in different states too. But if you're in Livingston Parish, look her up. Tell them we sent you. Just go see everything they do. It's amazing.
Yes.
It's so much more than pellets and all that.
Yes. And she listens. If you want something she doesn't have, she's like us, like with me with merch. Like if there's something you want created, she's going to find it because she's specifically getting a new product because I've been begging her for it.
But it's all about health and wellness.
Yes.
And I guess living longer and all that stuff.
Yes.
So let's get on some true crime time for Tuesday, February 4th, 2025.
Which is all
Please proceed.
her daddy's birthday.
It is your daddy's birthday. You know what? It's your daddy's birthday. It would have been, it's either Todd Morris's or Hal's birthday was today and the other one's the day
Hal,
after
I
mine.
thought was the 6th. And then,
So it must be Todd's.
yeah.
But and then definitely my papa, your dad's heavenly birthday.
Heavenly birthday.
Yep, today. Happy birthday, papa. Love
Yes.
you. Love you. So give us some true crime. Give the people what they want.
Well, let's see. I've got a 20-year-old man who has decided he's in Jacksonville, Florida.
Right.
He's driving down the road.
Jacksonville's kind of cool. You been there?
I feel like I have.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
When our family would go on vacation every year, my dad would take a 2-week vacation and we would just go travel. Most of the time we'd be like down to Biloxi and then down through Florida and just like
Jacksonville's not that far from Biloxi.
Yeah.
A couple hours.
Yeah. And then we'd go see stop, like stay at friends' houses like a couple nights and, just whatever.
Yeah. But during COVID, I had to break into the state of Florida.
Yes, you did.
The interstates were shut down.
Yes.
And they wouldn't let anybody from Louisiana into Florida.
Yeah.
And
but when someone's
someone who isn't me, outlaw, alter ego, was like, fuck that. I need to get where I need to get going. And I got there. But I had to take a break because it was all back roads and shit. But I'd been to Jacksonville several times on cases and stuff. But anyway, I just remember, I like the water, the rivers and,
You stayed at that cool, was it a B&B or just a little hotel?
It was like a B&B with a bar attached to it.
Yeah. And you and that man just hit it off. It was like a historic
place.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had it hammered.
Yeah. He had a chef and you were the only person
That's
there.
Right,
and y'all called me like y'all were long lost brothers.
Yeah,
I mean, like.
That was great. Yeah, the show, everything was shut down because of COVID.
Yeah. Literally was the height of COVID.
All right. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Okay.
So in
Jacksonville.
Yes. There's a 20-year-old man driving down the road. Okay. Mm-hmm. And he has his baby mama in the car with him.
Okay.
And an 8-month-old baby.
All right.
And they're in a fight. And
wait. No, the adults are in a fight.
The adults are in a fight. The 20-year-old man, the baby mama are in a fight with an 8-month-old baby in the car. And the man gets so mad, he takes the baby, the 8-month-old baby, out of the car at a light and runs it over.
What?
Yes. Yes. On Saturday, January 25th, around 10:39 a.m., Jacksonville Sheriff's Office was notified of and responded to the intersection of Lenox Avenue and McDuff Avenue in reference to a crash involving a single vehicle and a child. Upon arrival, they located what appeared to be an infant in the roadway, and witnesses advising the child was struck by a vehicle that had left the scene.
So he ran over his own kid and didn't even stay?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
He took it out of the car, obviously put it in a position where he would run it over.
And
left.
I'm pretty sure the kind of mama you are, you'd have had to get run over too.
Yeah, I mean, I would have jumped out of the car and...
I exactly what I said.
Yeah, I was agreeing with you. I think any mama, I guess I can't think that anymore. Members of the Jacksonville Fire and Rescue Department arrived and transported the child to a local hospital where he was pronounced dead. And through like a Facebook post, somehow Justin Golden was found, and he was driving, like I said, with the female passenger, which was the baby's mama. And he was arrested on aggravated manslaughter and vehicular homicide. And he's locked up in Duval County Jail for his actions. And of course, it says the investigation continues. We just want nothing but justice for the baby. That's just crazy to me. I mean,
hey, guess what?
He ran off. He literally.
I don't even have to look it up. Florida's got the death penalty. They go to fire up the needle table. I mean, what a freaking idiot.
How do you do that?
I don't know.
We don't have our list.
I'm glad I didn't have to work that one. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Glad I didn't have to work that one. And that sucks. Again, no license to be in control or have a kid, evidently. Just don't have to have it. So there you go. Well, I got a twofer for you. It's time for worldwide crime. It's time for Family Matters. We're going overseas, and if I was ever on Jeopardy, and they asked me a question about this place, I could say, honestly, what is one place that Cyndi and Woody Overton will never go to together? You don't have to answer it. I'll tell you the story. So listen to this, check this out. This is a fucking twisted ass story. All right. So, and I'm going to get the names wrong, but it doesn't matter. So this guy's name was Puda Gura Murthy, and he had a wife whose name was Puda Venkata Madhavi.
Okay.
Right?
Good pronunciation, baby.
Thank you. I'm working on it. And he was in the army when he was younger.
Of this country?
Nope.
Of our country?
Nope. Southern India. Told you that, remember the question was?
No, I meant of this country, the country that you're talking about.
Country.
Yes.
Yeah, I thought you meant America.
No.
All right. So, and, I don't know what age he got out of the army and shit, but that he did. And he is in southern India. He married Puda Venkata Madhavi. He was 39 years old.
Okay.
Well, as things happen, sometimes they do. Puda Venkata Madhavi was reported missing on January the 18th by her mom, who lived in a village 40 miles from the southern Indian city of Hyderabad. And it's according to the Rakahanda police. So then what the police do? What police do? They go talk to this dude, Puda Venkata Madhavi. And I'm pretty sure if I can't imagine sitting in an interrogation room in a place like this where you can just do whatever you want to.
Okay.
But I would love to have had not the rights, but I'd love to have their interrogation techniques not be illegal.
Yeah.
And I would have got to use them. So we'll just say, we'll leave that up in the air because we really don't know what happened. Mm-hmm. But they were questioning him, and he just had to come to Gandhi moment or whatever, a Buddha moment. And he confessed to murdering his wife. Okay?
Okay.
All right. It's normal. It happens. I mean, it's not normal, but it's normal true crime world. It happens. But then he continues to confess. And whether they're like, okay, you killed her.
Yeah.
Yeah, he killed her. And what'd you do with her? Well, he disposed of evidence in a shocking manner. And this, according to the Rakahonda police statement, which was released on January 28th. So let me tell you about the investigation. Police got the CCTV footage, which showed Matahavi going into her residence with Murthy on January 15th. But CCTV doesn't lie. Murthy never came out of her home again, ever. But she wasn't there.
Oh.
Right? So they never have any evidence on her exiting the home at any point. And they said this clearly shows the accused might have murdered his wife inside the house.
You think?
Right.
So geniuses.
On Tuesday, nearly 2 weeks since Matahavi was last seen, police brought Murthy in for questioning, and he admitted to killing his wife and boiling her body parts. Yeah.
I was thinking a Breaking Bad moment in the bathtub.
So he told police, the couple, that they got into an argument on the morning of January 16th, and he slapped the shit out of her.
Okay.
Right?
But didn't end there, obviously.
Well, actually, what he told police, that's some Woodyisms there. He slapped her with the intent to kill her before strangling her. Now, look, maybe Mike Tyson, when he was 18, could have slapped somebody with the intent to kill him. This guy, I don't know what he does or what he looks like. But the statement says he slapped her with the intent to kill her, but then he strangled her. When he realizes she's not alive, she'd be no longer breathing, he said he tried to cover up her death by cutting her limbs into pieces. Pretty bad, right? But then he put them in a bucket and boiling them before burning them on a gas stove.
What?
I know. This is all according to our friends at the Rakahonda police. Police say that Murthy spent 8 hours destroying the evidence, including, because we're not done with the boiling and burning, including grinding her bones into powder.
Jeez.
So what do you do then?
Flush it down the toilet?
Exactly. Ding, ding, ding. Your winner chicken dinner. He then flushed some of the remains down the toilet while he kept others in the house for later disposal. And Captain Obvious again with the police. They said, and I quote, he murdered his wife inhumanely.
You think? Is there a humane way?
Murthy has been arrested and charged as a murder, cruelty to a married woman by a husband or in-law, and tampering with evidence according to the police statement. So, Mr. Murthy, I don't know if they have the death penalty in India and shit, but if you do, you know what, when they said the village like 30 miles away, they probably mean like a real village, like some of the ones we saw in Belize.
Right.
It's not like the village of Springfield.
No, it's not. No.
But the props for the Indian police, is that probably why it was Indian police handling their business. Mm-hmm. Right?
I mean, I want to know what they used for the confession to get him to confess that. What techniques and tactics.
Yeah. Well, maybe
waterboarding, cutting off, sticking things underneath his fingernails.
Yep, I'm sure they did whatever they had to do. The good thing is they got him.
Something tells me he was probably proud of himself for doing it in such a different, unique way.
He slapped her with the intent to kill. Then he realized he was a little bitch and wasn't strong enough, so he had to strangle her to death.
Yeah.
Then he realized she wasn't breathing.
Right.
All right.
Okay, so there's been a lot of talk on here lately about, I have to give it to you, hasn't been a lot in the last couple weeks, but you've talked an awful lot about what you would do if you murdered me.
Okay, I was just thinking I wouldn't do what this guy did.
No, I know that. You're too lazy to do that.
I'm too smart to do that. First of all, I would have known there was a CCTV camera and I'd have found another way. But I am definitely not too lazy to cut up a motherfucker and dispose of them.
But to grind me up, to burn me.
There is no laziness when it comes to not going to get the death penalty.
No, you're not, and you're not a lazy person.
No,
I'm just saying you wouldn't go through all of that.
Fuck
You
you.
would put me in pieces and throw me out for the alligators to eat.
Hey, why don't you just go to sleep? And then you never have to worry about it.
Wouldn't you be so lucky? Well,
I'm going to leave that one alone.
Are you kidding me right now?
Yes. All right, go ahead.
You better be kidding. So you hush, child.
Hush, child.
So there's something that you used to do a lot to me and you do not do much anymore.
I'm not touching that one either. What was it?
You would give me massages.
Oh.
A neck massage. Like you would I would sit down in front of you and you would work on my neck for a long time.
Okay.
Cause it's all knotted up and
Oh.
so
when's your next massage therapy appointment?
Oh, I don't have one.
Okay.
So this man in Australia, and the reason why I don't ask you for massages is because of all this talk about killing me.
Damn, I knew I was getting the benefit out of it somewhere.
So a man strangled his wife to death under the guise of giving her a neck massage.
All right.
He's in Australia.
So that's why you don't want him anymore.
That's why.
And I will be happy
Oblige
to not
me.
kill you that way. I didn't just give you nice neck massage. I did till my hands hurt. Neck is fucked up.
I said for a very long period.
I've also sent you to best spas in the United States of America.
Mm-hmm. I would much rather you. But not with all this killing me talk.
Hands are 55 now. They're retired.
A man in Australia pleaded guilty to manslaughter after being accused of strangling his estranged wife on Valentine's Day while giving her a neck massage.
Okay.
So Jeffrey James Godfrey, who's 53.
They have Valentine's Day in Australia too?
Oh, it's worldwide. It's a worldwide crime.
Such a fucking sucker.
I know. He pleaded guilty to manslaughter in the Brisbane Supreme Court on Thursday, January 23rd. The murder occurred in 2022 and they were estranged. They were an estranged couple, but they were actually on a trip with friends staying together just to be on this trip. They were married for 27 years and they were staying at Pelican Waters Resort on the Sunshine Coast at the time of the crime. Matthew Legrand, who's the prosecutor in the case. And he said the husband was addicted to methamphetamines for a decade. And that was the reason why they were separated or divorced. And
because meth is bad.
Meth is bad. Does that need to be another public service announcement?
Yes. I think, was that yesterday's show I was doing those?
Yeah. No, yes, that was.
Okay. Meth is bad, people.
So that led, of course, to paranoia. And at the time of the strangulation, he was not under the influence of any substance, but he was having delusions.
If he's a long-time meth user, if he's not under the influence, then he's asleep.
Well,
meth is bad unless you want to go to sleep. I'd be interviewing people in the middle of their fucking interview. It only had to happen to me once. Mm-hmm. They were high as shit, been up for 2 weeks. I think 14 or 17 days as long as something. I always would ask them professional development. So how long you been up for? What's the longest you've ever been up for? Well,
yeah.
I loved it when meth first came out.
Yeah.
We got tired of chasing the same crackheads over and over again.
Yeah.
And I think it was 17 days and dude was in mid fucking sentence and just passed out on my desk.
Yeah.
Hey, and there's no waking them up.
No.
You could run a fucking locomotive through their head and they're not waking up.
Yeah.
So that dude, if he's still hallucinating, he was high and he's awake. They just don't know what they're talking about.
Right.
Go ahead.
Right. So basically she was asleep. They were celebrating a friend's birthday, staying in the same hotel room, together because whatever.
That's a good deal.
And
that Meth heads love to split that hotel room bill and get high on their own supply.
And so he realized he was missing his driver's license and Medicare card and believed that his wife had stolen them because that he was being delusional and whatever.
She needed his Medicare and driver's license.
And right, exactly. Right. And so he says that he asked Vanessa, his wife, or ex-wife, estranged wife, whatever, has my whole life been a lie? And when she asked her husband to give her a massage on the morning of Valentine's Day, he put his arm around her neck and strangled her.
She got a massage.
Then he cut her arms with a knife.
Oh, here we go. And
he thought he saw her breathe. So
sorry, it's not funny for her.
I know.
You cut off your arms and got a breather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so then he drank some alcohol and took some Valium, and then he cut his own arms. I don't know. Then he was discovered by the hotel staff, and then, of course, authorities were called, and they can't figure out any of it. I mean,
besides her tragic and horrific death, the real victims here are the hotel staff. They had to clean that shit up.
I know.
People don't know that the crime scene companies that actually come out and do this, law enforcement doesn't do it. It could be the nastiest fucking murder scene in the world, and they collecting their evidence and they leave it.
Yeah.
Or meth labs or whatever, and they have companies that are making millions a year. They're maybe 6 hours away.
Yeah.
But you show up and you're like, holy fuck, my place is fucked, man. All the blood and all the shit, shit's all over the walls, and there's a meth lab in the bathroom, and who you gonna call?
Yeah.
Not Ghostbusters.
So.
Oh, I thought you were done.
No, I'm not, because Jeffrey was originally charged with murder as a domestic violence offense before it was downgraded to manslaughter after he was diagnosed with drug-induced psychosis.
Yeah, but you know what? Another public message. You will not have a drug-induced psychosis if you don't do illegal narcotics.
Another public message for you is you will not be giving me any more neck massages.
One back for you. This tennis match, I'm slobbing it back over to you. I don't want to give you one.
That's so mean.
My hands hurt.
Oh,
I'd give you one.
Push through the pain for your wife.
If I was younger, I'm going to give me some mechanical hands and I'll massage the shit out of you. But then you'd be like that chick. That lady, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said chick. Anyway.
That's so sad.
Hey, shout out to all our lifers in Australia. We love them. They know it. Right? All right. So, it's time for Family Matters. We are going to just kind of keep rolling along with the theme today, as it so seems to be. This is horrible. I mean, it really is. All of them are bad, no doubt. Y'all were joking and shit, but we do give a fuck. Let's go to Oklahoma. And this dude, last week he got sentenced for murder. His girlfriend.
Mm-hmm.
And his grandparents.
Oh.
And then he buried them in the backyard.
Wow.
Nice. So Lucas Anthony Walker is 22. That's not enough time. He will serve 35 years in prison for the 2022 killing of Deborah and Larry Dutton. No relation to Yellowstone. The grandparents of his girlfriend, Heidi Dutton. Walker had confessed to the crime and pled guilty to 2 counts of second-degree murder. Now, when you do that, you have the criminal complaint. When you get charges brought against you, everybody knows you get a criminal complaint filed. This one was filed against him in federal court in Oklahoma on December 19th of 2022. They said Walker grabbed a .22 caliber handgun from a gun safe in the Dutton's garage at their home in Dewey, which is about 45 miles north of Tulsa. He then waited outside the couple's bedroom, right? So when Deborah opened the door, Walker shot her. Then, because it wasn't enough, he slit her throat, and she naturally fell to the ground.
Goodness.
Larry then jumped out of the bed, right, because he heard the gunshot, and rushed at Walker, whose pistol had jammed. So that's what happened in Popeyes when he shot her, and then the pistol jammed, and then he cut her head off. But whose pistol jammed. Walker still had the knife, and he stabbed Mr. Larry in the face, the chest, and the stomach. So later on, when the cops searched the house, they unlocked Larry's cell phone and discovered footage from a Ring security camera, which showed Walker and Heidi dragging a body wrapped in a sheet out of the home. So stay with me. A month later, when police later searched the residence to conduct a welfare check following the Duddens' disappearance, somebody was missing them.
Right.
They were greeted by a heavy odor of cleaning supplies and bleach. They could have been just fastidious, but they also found blood in the Duddens' bedroom, which Walker had attempted to clean up, but it had seeped through the baseboards.
Oh, gosh.
I'll get your ass every time. Meanwhile, an anthropologist from the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation was called to the scene, and they looked around in their professional opinion and said, hey, over there in the yard, there's an area where the dirt's messed up. They call it disturbed. That's a professional term.
Yeah.
The dirt is disturbed. You should search there. So they do. And they exhumed and they found the Duddens' bodies. Jeez. So both Walker and Heidi were arrested, and they each confessed to the crime. Now, according to the affidavit, Heidi told investigators the killings were her idea, claiming she told Walker she wanted them dead. As according to the Bartsville Examiner Enterprise, said, I think they both kind of wanted to run off together. This is Washington County DA Will Drake said that the couple nonetheless ended up staying in the Dewey home playing house.
That's
nice. Right? We got rid of that shit. They worked their whole life for it. They in the backyard, pushing up daisies, literally. So Larry Dudden, this is just fucking sad, 73, was a retired master staff sergeant in the United States Air Force and a former manager of Lieutenant William M. Milliken Airport in Eureka, Kansas. This is per their obituary. He had a big heart and would give anyone the shirt off his back. His wife, Deborah, was a retired staff sergeant in the Air Force and had also worked as a chef. Lived their best lives, served their country, getting their, their pensions and these assholes. Heidi, I'm going to tell you about her. She was 17 at the time of the killings, and she was charged with 2 counts of first-degree murder, 1 count of conspiracy, 2 counts of desecrating a corpse. And court records say that Heidi waived a jury trial and that a plea and sentence hearing is scheduled for her for March the 5th. Now, the Drake, who I told you about the DA, he confirmed that Heidi has not yet entered a plea pending a hearing on allegations of physical abuse she has made against her grandparents, which could lead to a reduction in her sentence. Just like that asshole getting this in Australia.
Yeah.
Oh, but I almost high on the mouth.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
I was all in the mouth.
Yeah.
Put a few shrimps in the Barbie. I can't do any accents. I need to practice that. But it really just disturbs me. It does disturb me that people, anybody who gets murdered, murder is bad. Public service announcement 200. But you serve your country faithfully. You go on, you retire. You got a long, you're in your 70s. You're letting these assholes live in your house and they kill you.
Well, and
they kill your wife. When you jump out of the bed.
If they are abusing you, if you have been abused by them, it doesn't give you right to kill them. You go report it.
What they're doing is, it's called a PSI, pre-sentence investigation report. And even before they get into a plea deal, I don't think they call it that when they do it on these, but they're going to have someone look in. The lawyer's naturally going to bring up anything they can say that's mitigating. Like I'm doing the Scott Peterson's case right now on Scorched, which comes out on Saturdays, State versus Peterson. Anything they can put up, say, hey, look, give her another 5 years off because, Pawpaw didn't give him part of his Air Force check, whatever the fuck they're going to say.
Yeah.
Whatever. Rolling on. Genetics can be beautiful. Maybe you got your mom's eyes or her great skin. But genetics can also be a nightmare. I hear friends say, I got my mom's belly and love handles. Don't let genetics be the thing that holds you back from getting the body you deserve. Check out the Permanent Solutions by Sano Bello. Our friends at Sano Bello are offering you their best deal. You're now included in their winter savings event, but appointments are limited. So please make your appointment today. Sano Bello doctors are masters in micro laser fat removal. What is micro fat laser removal? Micro laser fat removal is a brilliant technique that removes stubborn fat permanently. Tummy, love handles, thighs, arms, wherever your problem areas are, the fat is gone in one comfortable visit. Eating healthy and workouts are great. Keep doing that. But if you want to lose that stubborn fat in one visit, check out Sano Bello. Save big during their winter savings event. Schedule your free consultation now at sonobello.com/RLRC. That's SONOBELLO.com/RLRC.
This episode is sponsored by MIDI Health.
MIDI Health is here to change the way women experience menopause care. As a husband, I've seen my wife Cyndi navigate the challenges of menopause, and it hasn't been easy. Keeping up with her symptoms while feeling dismissed by traditional healthcare providers was tough for her. It was disheartening to hear the doctors say it was all in her head, or to just focus on diet and exercise. I learned that many healthcare providers lack training in menopause, which is shocking. 80% of OBGYNs report they are untrained in this critical area, and 75% feel uncomfortable discussing it with their patients. Thank goodness Cyndi found MIDI. MIDI is a virtual care clinic dedicated to truly seeing, hearing, and understanding women's experiences. It was created by women for women, and they accept insurance in all 50 states. Getting started is simple. She visited www.trymidi.com/real, set up her account, and entered her insurance information and shared her symptoms. She was able to choose a convenient time to meet her clinician. During the virtual visit, she discussed her symptoms and health history in detail with a nurse practitioner trained in perimenopause, menopause, and weight management. If she needs any tests like blood work or imaging, they help coordinate it with a local facility that accepts her insurance. It's as easy as 1, 2, 3. Now she can follow her treatment plan and schedule follow-up visits. MIDI even collaborates with her other doctors for in-person treatment if necessary. Best of all, there are no hidden costs, no membership fees, and MIDI bills your insurance directly. MIDI also offers fantastic products including compound semaglutide and estriol face cream, which Cyndi loves. This prescription skincare product is designed to improve skin elasticity, hydration, and texture, addressing those frustrating changes related to estrogen decline. So if you're ready to take charge of your midlife health, go to www.trymidi.com/real. That's www.trymidi.com/real to schedule a virtual visit. Join more than 200,000 women who love and trust MIDI for their midlife care. Y'all use my code SAFE15 to get $15 off your first RX product when you book your visit.
Well, that is sad, and I hope she gets as long as...
Laying them out there today.
Yeah.
Burying them in the yard, cutting them up, grinding them up.
Now we're going to have a mass shooting.
Oh, here we go.
Have you ever been to Amarillo?
I've been to Amarillo many times. One of my favorite songs, Amarillo by Morning.
Mm-hmm. Up from San Antonio, everything that I got.
Been there many times, and it's where that big steakhouse is. You can eat that whole steak and the baked potato and everything. You get it for free.
You do?
Yeah.
Have you ever eaten it?
Mm-mm. But I have been in there. The motherfucker was huge.
Huge.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was watching a show.
But I've been to Amarillo by Morning.
Well, an Amarillo nightclub ended their night with a 8 injured and 1 killed. Mass shooting in that parking
Amarillo
lot.
nightclub ended.
Ended their night.
All right, so the Amarillo nightclub
It was night. It was closed.
Came to
it was
close.
Yes.
When a whole bunch of people got killed, or they just
one person got killed and 8 You're making me nervous, Woody.
Nervous? We've been together 400 years.
You still make me nervous.
That's why you don't let me give you massages. All right.
Okay,
Breaking news. Amarillo nightclub was closing. People went outside. Bad shit happened. What happened?
So at 2:05 a.m. on January 26th.
That's after last call.
That's exactly right. A
I
gunman.
wonder if the steakhouse is still open.
A gunman. This is why I can't.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm going to start interrupting your stories and see what you do to me.
Midnight massage.
So a gunman exited his vehicle, opening fire into a large crowd with a rifle. And 1 person was killed and 8 were injured.
Damn.
He discharged multiple rounds into the crowd, and the evidence indicates that the incident stems from an earlier altercation inside the bar. Yeah. So the guy gets mad. He's like, F you, I'm going to go show you. Yeah. And he comes back and, and he has other people in the car with him. Mm-hmm. So
they're probably egging him on.
Exactly.
I bet you want to shoot him with that 30-30. It's got 8 rounds. You got 7 in the mag, 1 in the chamber.
And so multiple people called 911 for help, and one of the eyewitnesses actually followed. So they came in the parking lot, they're shooting, they speed out of the parking lot, and someone else decides to chase after them.
Public Service 3000.
Don't do that.
Get the license plate, leave them alone.
So they called 911 in the vehicle and followed them so that he could tell them where the car went. And thanks to the bravery and persistence of this witness, deputies were able to locate and stop the vehicle. So officers who responded to the scene at the nightclub immediately began life-saving medical treatment to several victims on scene, and paramedics and firefighters arrived and continued to do the same. But one of the victims, John Love Luima, who's 25, died at the hospital after multiple gunshot injuries. And Robert Kenny Knox, who is 23, was identified as the shooter. And Knox and the driver of the vehicle was Naraya Helesta Inez Hayes, was 21, and they were both charged with murder and 8 counts of deadly conduct and discharge of a firearm. But then there was a backseat passenger who was just charged with public intoxication. So officers and deputies recovered the firearm, the shell casing, and other evidence likely connected to the shooting. And detectives have, of course, a considerable amount of investigation to complete before they're able to understand exactly what happened. Yeah, so they're continuing to talk to witnesses. But the boys are out on bond, and
well, I got news for you. Texas has the death penalty.
Yeah.
And it's very, very aggravated circumstances.
I know.
You got out and you so I was thinking maybe it was like a lever action rifle, but then 8 people got shot. One of them got shot multiple times. Yeah. So it's going to be AR style with an extended magazine. Lever action probably only holds 7, I think. That said this one, he shot him up.
Yeah.
And the passenger probably handed it to him. They're both going to get the charge. That's premeditation.
Yeah.
Specific intent.
You don't think the passengers the one in the back seat should have gotten more than just public intoxication?
They probably got him to be a witness.
Yeah, probably.
And they'd rather than get him on that. Mm-hmm. And, hey, let it be Johnny saying, hey, Bubba, give me a ride home. And they'd be like, hey, there's a motherfucker that shoved me against the wall earlier. And give me the rifle.
That's so
or
scary.
Load it for me.
That is so
stupid.
Scary. Back in my day, you go to the club and you just went to the club.
No,
you had fun.
We fought, fist fought.
Well, yeah, that's a lot different.
But never any gunfire.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see just the rolling mob at 205 on the strip in Lafayette, rolling the hundreds of people fighting and rolling up and down, the crowd moving back and forth. And there was always some asshole that would run up from behind you and punch you in the back of the head when you weren't looking. Mm-hmm. But nobody was shooting.
Nobody was shooting.
And it was a good time, actually. I mean, we didn't try to put anybody in the hospital or anything.
That's what I'm saying. It was, I mean, not as good to fight, but my goodness, I'd take fighting over this any day.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you think with the MMA and shit nowadays, people would fight more.
Why would they? They got guns and they...
Man, if they had MMA when I was a kid, I'd have been a master of all of them. And I'm so thankful they didn't have it because my dumb ass would have been dumb enough to get in the ring. I'd have cauliflower ears and probably brain damage.
You still got brain damage, but...
I know. I'm with you. It's true.
But the thing is that we cannot say that it's because there's more guns today. Because back in our day, all you boys would drive to school with guns in the back of your cars, bows and guns. Yep. And if you were going to fight, you fought. You didn't say, "Oh, I'm going to the car and get my rifle." Like, you know what I mean? Like,
if you got your ass whipped, you got your ass whipped.
You got exactly.
You go get a rifle and come back and say, "Now I'm going to show you."
Exactly. That's not what the mindset was. When did it change with Columbine? I mean,
I have no idea.
It's sad.
Yep. The world, as the world turns, it burns.
It does burn.
Let's start rapping.
Get it out. Come on. Give us a birthday rap.
I'm going to give you the birthday rap. I'm wrapping the show up. And y'all go continue to follow us and like and share and all that good stuff. Hashtag Justice for Haley on Fridays. Oh my gosh. It's just unbelievable. Go share that story more than anything. Patreon convicts, thank you so much. Apple subscribers, we love all y'all. Go download the Real Life Real Crime Community app for free from the App Store. Everything's there. All the episodes and the forums and the merch store and everything you could imagine, right?
Somebody requested Fuck the Bad People merch. So there's Fuck the Bad People merch in the store.
You have a potty mouth. You need to say F the bad people. I say fuck the bad people.
I'm sorry.
But look, I read that and I was thinking about it. Check this out. I'll tell the story real quick. Okay. I remember, I don't know if it was my mom, my dad. I think it was my dad. We were staying at MD Anderson a couple of nights and staying at the nicest hotel right down the street from the doctor's office. We were there for a couple of nights. And the breakfast was in the downstairs area. You know, you see the table waiters and all that bullshit. But I had on a Real Life Real Crime t-shirt. Well, I forgot on the back it said sugar turned to shit. All right. And there was this elderly man and a younger guy, well, I say younger than me, sitting on the table next to us. And I had my elderly parents with me. Mm-hmm. And I got up to leave to go get the shuttle, whatever it was. And the guy behind us had said, you see what it said on that guy's shirt? And my mom, being Mama Bear, turned around and she said, I want you to know he's a retired law enforcement homicide detective, and that's called Real Life Real Crime, and he solves cold cases on it. And my mom saw me later on. That's when I forgot that it said sugar turned to shit on the back of it. And she saw it and she said, "Oh my God, now I get why it's saying." The guy was like, "Okay, that's nice. Thank you, ma'am." Sugar turned to shit. And I'm Woody Overton.
I'm Cyndi Overton.
I'll let y'all later. Peace.